Okay, hold on.
Can you get me one, Georgia?
Yes.
Leah,
Kitty and Lina first.
why don't you start?
Children before
beauty.
Oh man, having coffee, writing, reading with the kids feels civilized. Doing these types of things, these routines, when I get back from a trip, it really helps me like acclimatize back to feeling normal again. Yesterday I was so out of it. Plus, I just found out these are sourdough waffles that my cousin just made. I don't think I've ever had sourdough waffles.
They're really good.
They're really good? I am really excited about this.
and you're gonna wash the windows. I don't want you to wash all the windows, but that one down there, just in the fingerprint. Deacon and Eden, will you do the pool area and the trampoline?
Right now, our cousin Heidi is giving out Shabbat Cleanup chores, and our kids are joining in. It's really cool because we do that. It's Friday, and even though we're away from home, we're still doing some of the same rhythms that we do at home.
On three.
1, 2, 3, get it done! Woo! Let's go!
These are interesting. When I am sassy, I act like I'm better than others. That makes me lonely. When I obey, it makes my mom and dad happy. When I don't let my younger siblings win, right ahead, or beat me at a game, they get really frustrated. I need to tell people how I feel when I get frustrated. I will obey when they say lunch.
Can I say
I feel like I'm reading my own like custom Mr. Rogers calendar down here. This is great.
Washing the floor after what, five days of lots of kids. And I really should change this water before I finish.
But you're not going to?
That's a lot of fun. No, I'm gonna cheat. I'm just getting one layer of dirt off. I'm sure there's another layer. This means there was a lot of fun that was had. A lot of the outside has come inside.
We've been talking about how in relationships you actually have rights. You have the right to define what kind of relationship you want to have with this person, and even practically how that can play out is you have a right to not answer a text message or answer a phone call. In our culture, we feel guilt when we're not doing things the way that other people want us to do them. Heidi asked if I could do this, where I'm gonna write out, I have the right to, and then I'm gonna have some bullet points here.
When I say no to families, I feel like I'm disappointing someone, which I hate disappointing people. Or I somehow need to make it work. Even if it doesn't work for us, that I've got to find another date, or I'll sometimes even feel pressure to make my kid do something that they don't want to do, like play with another child, which just leads to even more guilt.
This is what this looks like. I have the right to define my relationships, which might look like, and this is all the negatives because I think it's the negative things that are the hardest for us to do. Not answering or returning a phone call, not texting back, telling someone when to go home or when to leave, and then telling someone that I can't hang out. At the end of the day, this relationship is not controlling you or mastering you. You're able to master how that relationship you want it to look like. And that's only one side. Obviously, the other person has the same right.
So can we add 2 more bullet points here?
Yeah, that's what
One
I
is
said.
telling someone, I think this is important, telling someone I don't want to hang out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times,
You feel like you have to have a reason.
yeah, we feel like we have to have a reason to not hang out, like a good reason. We're actually not wanting to, we've come to believe, is a good enough reason. Like our preferences actually matter and important and are valuable. And our kids' preferences are important and valuable too.
It's really good.
And the final bullet point I would say is, or it's almost like about all of these, is without making any excuses. Like you don't have to make an excuse for...
Don't have to make an excuse.
Sometimes we feel like we have to justify...
That gets 2 stars.
I was just, when I said
Like-
this is hard, I'm like, oh my gosh, it'd be so hard for me not to give an excuse.
I just wrote down here that it's a choice whether or not I give into the guilt, because what I struggle with is if I don't return a phone call, if I don't text someone back, if I tell someone that this is the length of time I want to hang out, or I don't want to hang out with you. I mean, maybe I wouldn't say that, but maybe I should say that. I don't know. I struggle with having guilt.
You can't ignore your health and needs. You weren't meant to. We weren't designed to do that. And guilt makes you do that. Guilt makes you ignore the most important things in your life for things that are actually less important.
I need to make one for me now. I mean, this is definitely learning boundaries, but I also think that this is finding your voice. Finding if someone grew up in a family and your voice didn't matter as much, I think these things would be really, really hard for you to do. I know that personally for me, that's something that's really difficult. That what my preferences are and my voice is less important than someone else's. We'll put a link down below in the description of what I just wrote here on the wall.
Yeah!
You guys, I don't know. Oh. Did you do it? Yes! Woo! That's awesome. He landed the Jiffy. He was on the giraffe and he landed it.
We got attempt number 2. Go! Nice job. We got our own mini Olympics here. We got Korea, USA, and who?
USA.
2 USAs?
No.
All right. On your marks. Get set. Go.
And they're off.
Oh, they're going back.
They're tied.
Oh. Good job, good job. Well, we got a diving competition at the same time.
We are at the grocery store to buy stuff for tonight's dinner because Ben and I are gonna make dinner for our cousin's family. And we wanna make a nice dinner because it's Shabbat.
One of the things we've learned while traveling with families is that we really try and look for ways to be a blessing to them, because we think it's just really cool to be able to bless people. And we've noticed that since we stay with a lot of people, when we leave, it's really important to us that they feel really good about our stay there. And sometimes it doesn't take much to do that. It just takes an intentional thought. We've had guests that have stayed with us and they've only like taken from us. And when we think, oh, do we want those people to stay with us next time? We're like, it like has bad memories. We want to be the type of family that when we leave, people are like, man, we can't wait for them to come back. And we know that people love us just the way we are, but it also helps to do tangible things. So we're going to be buying some steak tonight. These are like the nice steaks, or well, T-bone and ribeyes. But what we're looking for with this dinner is just a way to kind of like blow my cousin's family away and to say thank you and to say, hey, you guys have been a huge blessing to us this week. We want to bless you guys this week so that next time you're thinking about us coming back, you have fond memories, not just of the emotional, spiritual stuff, but even of the practical stuff.
And I think it's also good for us to be givers, not just takers.
We just busted it. The kids and I, mostly the kids, prepared all this food. We got some sirloin steak, we got some T-bone steaks, and some, dang it, what are they called? Ribeyes for the ladies. We got some poblano peppers with Tillamook pepper jack cheese stuffed in there, and some Caesar that I'm gonna grill all this for dinner. Pretty excited about this. It is Friday, which means it is time for our Shabbat wrap-up. What a week. 1 week ago, we were in Bellevue, Kentucky.
Whoa.
Since then, we've driven across like 10 states, climbed part of a mountain, got crazy sunburned, got to know my cousin and her family a lot better. I feel like I just need to mention how much we acknowledge how blessed we are to be able to drive around the world climbing mountains with our kids. I mean, I know not everyone has that opportunity, and we just consider ourselves so fortunate and blessed to be able to do things that we enjoy and experience this type of beauty, and really thankful for all the family and the wonderful blessing that we got. Cami and I have been talking about how great this week is, how relaxing it's been, and what a blessing it is to have people that love us, that love us. And he turned 6 months old yesterday. Can you believe that? 6 months? We are still gonna rest because it's the most important thing that we do as a family. The next time we see you guys, we're gonna not be at this house anymore. We're gonna be actually up at a camp on Woodby Island up near Seattle, which is a camp we grew up at.
That's where Ben and I met.
But this week's over. All right, you gotta film us. 1, 2, 3. Shabbat Great, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
And I assume you won't be leaving your camera.
Oh, you know what? I guess I should grab that, huh?
Don't get me wrong. I kind of want to do some YouTube stuff myself, and I kind of need a camera.